Okay, so quite a few times I bet you've looked for that meal that you can have as a pre-workout meal that's going to give you quality lean muscle, but also give you that energy boost that you need to train very, very hard, but also a meal that doesn't make you feel like, ugh, that you're so full that you can't hardly move. So I've got the right meal for you right here, and I'm going to show you what it is. So I'm going to be making a dish with pulled pork and sweet potato fries and also a bit of mushrooms, and then it's going to have a kind of creamy cheese and chive sauce over the top. This is absolutely fantastic. This thing tastes so nice, and it is brilliant for getting you that muscle that you want. Now this is a meal for very active people. I wouldn't really recommend this for people that don't really do much in terms of training hard. If you're quite lean, then this is the perfect thing for you. If you're trying to get leaner, that's fine, you can also use it, but I mean you have to be pretty active because you'll burn this off. So first of all, you can see I've cut the sweet potato into these kind of small fry bits, and then I've got some mushrooms here that I chopped up. I just used one big mushroom and chopped it up, and then I've also got a kind of pork joint here, and this is what I'm going to use to make the kind of pulled pork. And then I've got, of course, got my mature cheddar cheese. I've got some fresh chives here as well, and then I've got my double cream, of course. Now I'm going to wrap the pork up in the foil, but I'll show you step by step how I'm going to make this delicious, absolutely fantastic meal, so stay with me. Okay, I've put the oven on a fairly high, medium to high heat. Okay, so I've preheated that, and now I'm going to take the pork. As you can see, there's my pork joint, and I'm going to place this in some foil, and it's in a baking tray as well. And I've also done some garlic here. Just going to sprinkle that over the pork. There we go, so it goes in with the foil. Okay, last bit. Now I'm going to put some salt on it. I've salted both sides. I like flavour on my food, I don't like bland food. So, and I use sea salt, by the way. Some black pepper. There you go. So we've got garlic in there, we've got black pepper in there, and some sea salt. So that will give it a lovely flavour. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap this up. Wrap it inside, bring it in. Fold it over the top. There you go, until it's completely closed. Okay, and I'm just going to keep it upright like this so that if there's any holes, then the juice doesn't flow out of it. And this is how I will place it in the oven, okay? So here we go, place it in the oven for about 20 minutes, and then I'll have a look and see if it's cooked. Whilst the pork is in the oven, I'm going to start the sweet potato fries. I'll take that, and I've put in unsalted butter in my frying pan, and it's at a medium heat, don't make it too high. You can also use coconut oil. Normally I do use it with this one. It actually it works better for the fries. So I'm going to add in the sweet potato. There you go. And then I'm going to give it a stir almost every 30 seconds. I give it a stir so that it fries all around, and it will go until it gets a golden brown color. Then it's normally soft and it tastes really nice like that. Okay, so the sweet potato is done. As you can see, it's gone like a brownish color. I really like it like this because now I'm going to let it cool down. So take a separate plate or bowl. I'm going to scoop it into there. Then once I'm done with this, then I'm going to add in my mushrooms. I'm going to keep the same butter in there, and I'm just quickly going to fry the mushrooms in there. You can add in a little bit more. Again, not a massively high heat. Get the mushrooms in, give them a quick stir, and the sweet potatoes took 8 minutes to do, so it's not that long, and the pork has also been in for 10 minutes. Like I said, 20 minutes, then we'll have a look. The mushrooms you stir around for about 3 to 4 minutes, then it should be done. Okay, so don't want to waste too much time. So whilst the pork is still going, it's nearly done, by the way. I've added some, I've taken a little saucepan, and you can see this is where I'm going to make my creamy cheese and chive sauce in. This is what's going to go over the top. So I've added in a little bit of butter. You can use coconut oil. but just a tiny bit of butter, not loads. Okay, and now I'm going to add in the cheese, and I'm also going to add in the chives. So I've got fresh chives that I've chopped up, and then the cheese goes in. And again, you need to know how much to use to get the correct amounts. Again, this is on the plan that people purchase from me. I explain exactly how much people should be using of this stuff. Otherwise, you end up using way too much. Okay, so keep it on a low heat, this one. And I'm going to pour in my cream as well. Just gently going to stir this until it all melts. And it melts very, very quickly. So it's a little bit thick. Add in a tiny bit more cream. And then remember, I've done this quite a few times. I know how much I should be using in for myself, so that I don't end up overeating. Okay, so as you can see, it's going nice and smooth, and it only takes a few seconds, and then all you do is turn it off. Once the pork is done, quickly reheat it up again, give it a good old stir, and then you're going to pour it over your ingredients. Okay, now the pork was in the oven for about 35 minutes. And finally it's cooked, so it's all good. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to just quickly add it into a frying pan with a bit of butter, and I'm just going to give it a quick fry. I just really like it when it's a little bit more brown. I'm not massively keen on things that are just cooked like that in the oven, but yeah, this should be good. There you go, get the sauce in there as well. There you go, lovely. That's all done, very, very nice. Okay, so quickly gonna give it a fry. Won't take long, only a couple of minutes, just so it browns a little bit more. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna place it on my cutting board, and then I'm gonna use 2 forks to make it into pulled pork. Now I've taken the pork out, and it's definitely done. You can see it's done all the way through. And now all I'm gonna do is with a fork, I'm just gonna basically shred it a little bit. And this is what they call pulled pork. Sometimes can be a little bit tough. Doesn't always work as well as you want it to, but it's still working. Fork's gripping it and just kind of shredding it to pieces. That's all I'm going to do. So what I'm going to do is I'll finish this off, and then the next step I'm going to dish it up, and then I'm going to quickly reheat my sauce again, and I will pour that over the top for one amazing meal. Okay, and now for the final bit. Here we go. So I've got my little dish. And I'm just going to scoop the pork into the sweet potato into there, and then I'll spread it out. Don't scoop in too much of the sauce because you are putting on the cheese sauce on top. I must say that pork tastes absolutely amazing, absolutely phenomenal. That's all I'll say, not trying to blow my own trumpet here, but absolutely delicious. Okay, so I've got my fries in there, and now I'm going to put in my mushrooms. And again, there's a bit of sauce there, so just kind of try not to get out all the sauce. Scoop it into your dish. Okay, once that's in, kind of spread it out as well. Okay, now I'm going to just turn on my saucepan again. Just quickly going to reheat that, make it a bit runny. It goes a little bit stiff after a while. So once you heat it up, that should work again. So now for the final bit, I'm going to put on the pork. I'm just going to take it with my hands, and I'm just going to lay it over the top. As you can see, it's all shredded. Absolutely delicious. It's really, really nice. There you go. It tastes so good. Really, really good. I'm not making it up, I swear. It's really nice. Okay, and then I'm just going to give my sauce a quick stir. Let it reheat. Don't do it for too long. Just get some heat in there, because everything else is quite cool now, like especially sweet potato, but that's quite nice. I don't like it burning hot. You can place it in the oven if you want. I don't like it. I like my sweet potato cold because it's got much, much more flavour when you scoop it on. So, okay, and now the last bit, and we're going to run this sauce over the top. I'll show you. There we go. And this nice, thick, creamy sauce. Wow, look at that. And this is a power meal. absolute power meal. Like I say, if you want to see some good results and feel amazing when you go and train, this is the meal that you want. So there you go, so there's your dish at the end. Very, very nice, super tasty. Got your creamy sauce over the top. This is an amazing meal, so trust me, make this one for yourself and you'll see good results. So thanks for watching my video, and if you need any advice or would like any more information, just look at the details and get in contact with me. Cheers, bye.